It seems like every year the NFL season goes by faster and faster. Here we are, already in week 12, guys. Welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe, and welcome to a pick'em edition of Believers Talk, where I give you my picks. Not only do I give you my picks straight up, but I give you my picks against the spread. Before we do that, however, I want to remind everyone, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, guys, hit that subscribe button. Not only do I give you my weekly pick'em videos every single Wednesday, keep you up to date on all things Buffalo Bills. Hope to have a video out every day of the work week throughout the remainder of the season. Monday being my post game, I go live every single Monday after a game for post-game reaction. Tuesday, I will be giving you my playoff AFC scenarios, my playoff picture, and what needs to happen for the Bills to get in. Obviously, the Buffalo Bills currently control their own destiny. Wednesday, I give you these pick'em videos. Thursday, I do a pregame, halftime of Thursday Night Football. I go live for the pregame between the Buffalo Bills and their opponent, which is this week will be the Denver Broncos. And then Friday, I give you an updated injury report, let you know who's currently banged up for the Buffalo Bills. May look at the opponent as well and see who's banged up on their roster as well and see how that affects the game on Sunday. And then also don't forget that every week we go live Sunday, either myself or hashtag sports giving live play-by-play reaction to every single Buffalo Bills game. That includes this Sunday against the Denver Broncos. Watch as Mario and Paul from hashtag sports go live again here on YouTube and Sportscaster. Links in the description below, and they'll give you the play-by-play reaction to every single play for that game. So again, guys, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. We can get to our pick'em video, but I want to remind you all how we're doing, how we did last week, and how we're doing so far for this season. If you look at my straight up picks last week, I went 9-5. Same thing against the spread, 9-5 for both of those. That means for the season, I am currently straight up. I am 92-70 against the spread, 87-75. So 5 games worse against the spread than I am straight up. Still looking to improve on that, of course, as the season goes on. This is the last week, week 12, the last week for bye weeks in the NFL. So if you're looking at your fantasy team lineups and wondering what you need to do to make up for bye weeks, this is the last week you have to do it. This week we have 4 teams on a bye week. We have the 2 teams that played on Monday night, the Kansas City Chiefs and the LA Chargers. We also have the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings all on bye this week. So if you have a couple of guys on those teams, make sure you switch it out in fantasy so you don't get hit with that 0 for that spot. So that means there are 14 games this week that we're going to get into. And again, I'm going to give you my straight up picks and my picks against the spread. And it starts tomorrow night. Again, guys, watch halftime of Thursday Night Football as I'll give you the pregame of the Buffalo Bills versus Denver Broncos, give you some keys to victory and some other things to look forward to during that game. Also enjoy always talking, of course, with Bills Mafia. But let's talk about the game itself. Indianapolis Colts at Houston Texans has huge AFC playoff implications. If you watched my playoff race, AFC playoff picture video yesterday, I talked about this game and the impact that has really on the Buffalo Bills and the rest of the AFC picture. Currently, both these teams sit at 6-4. I think the Colts currently hold the 4 seed, and that means the Houston Texans hold that 6 seed because of tiebreakers. But obviously, one of these teams is more than likely going to take a loss. Unless they tie, one of these teams is going to take a loss, and depending on who takes that win, that's going to move them up, of course, in the division race as well. So you look at these 2 teams, and you know one of them could be even a half game further back of the Buffalo Bills at the end of this. So if you're a Bills fan, you look at this game and you say, really you don't care who wins, right? I mean, either way, maybe you look at tiebreaker scenarios. I'm not sure how the Bills hold up against these 2 teams tiebreaker-wise, but we hope it doesn't come down to that. We hope the Bills make it to the playoffs on their own merit. They make it because they keep winning, not because they get lucky and win a tiebreaker scenario. So you look at this game, the Colts and at the Houston Texans. Texans currently 3.5-point favorites. I like the Texans in this matchup. Texans looked really bad last week against a Baltimore Ravens team that everyone's so high on. I think the Texans have something to prove now. Coming off their bye week, getting blown out by Baltimore, they're going to come out at home on Thursday night and take control of this game. And if you guys have watched this channel before, you know how I feel about road teams on Thursday night. Just don't trust them. Just don't trust them. We've seen good teams look really bad on the road on Thursday night. Makes it a short week. You travel on top of that. Just makes it harder the whole way around. And that will include next week, Thanksgiving, as our Buffalo Bills play the Dallas Cowboys Thanksgiving Day. We will have that live for you right here on Believers Talk. So again, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So give me the Texans straight up. Give me the Texans against the spread. Then you go on to the slate for Sunday, and you have the Miami Dolphins at the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland, obviously, Myles Garrett, due to the incident last Thursday, not going to be in the lineup. He did have his hearing today, so it'll be interesting to see how that turned out. But the Cleveland Browns still 10.5-point favorites at home against the Miami Dolphins. And guys, even though the Bills seem to do pretty well against the Dolphins, beat them by 17, we do have to remember that prior to that, the Dolphins did have a 2-game winning streak. And also prior to that, they had covered 5 straight spreads. So you think about that for a little bit, and you look at this game at Cleveland. I don't know if Cleveland's ready to cover a 10.5-point spread. Cleveland's been playing pretty well lately. They've won 2 in a row against the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers, but both games pretty close for the most part. So give me the Cleveland Browns to win this game at home, but give me the Miami Dolphins to cover that 10.5-point spread. And then you go on to Buffalo, where our Buffalo Bills play the Denver Broncos. Denver starting Allen at the quarterback. So it's going to be Allen versus Allen at that quarterback position. The Bills currently 4-point favorites in this one. I like the Bills in this one. I know I'm a Bills fan, a Bills homer, as some have commented. I haven't picked against the Bills yet this season, I don't believe. And I don't plan on doing that here. I think the Buffalo Bills will get the victory and stay on that 5th seed and really stay on the heels of the Patriots as far as the AFC East crown. I know a lot of people have given up on the Bills winning the AFC East, but we're still only 2 games back with a game against the Patriots. Anything's possible in the NFL. But give me the Bills in this one, and give me the Bills to cover a 4-point spread at home. Then you go to the Steelers at Bengals. Steelers favored by 6.5 points in this one. I just like the Steelers. I think a lot of emotion from last Thursday, again, with that incident. We know that Mike Pouncey is going to be out for this game. He is suspended, but I like that the Steelers team really stood up for Mason Rudolph. Give me the Steelers to win this game. It's against the Cincinnati Bengals, so I think a 6.5-point spread is pretty easy. I actually won by picking the Bengals last week against the spread, but I'm not going to pick them this week. Give me the Steelers to win this game straight up. Give me the Steelers against the spread. Going to Chicago as the Bears face the New York, New Jersey Giants, and the Bears currently 6-point favorites. If we've seen anything from Bears this season, it's inconsistency. Not a fan of the quarterback situation. Some people not a fan of their head coach situation. A lot of things going wrong in Chicago. Almost feels like a dumpster fire, sitting at 4-6 right now in the season. New York Giants not getting much better. They do have Saquon Barkley, of course, but that is about it. You want to see that young quarterback continue to grow over there. He has shown some signs during this season that he can be a good starting quarterback in the NFL. 6 points to me is a lot for the Chicago Bears, even though they are at home at Soldier Field. I like the Bears to win this game, but I think it's going to be close. I don't think they're in the stage where they're going to beat teams by a full touchdown. So give me the Bears to win this game, but give me the Giants to cover that 6-point spread. Then you go on to the New York, New Jersey Jets, right? Another team with an identity crisis. They're at home at MetLife Stadium as they play the Oakland Raiders. Oakland Raiders sit at 6-4 currently, and as I said yesterday during the playoff scenario video, this is a team that's really on the Buffalo Bills' heels, only a game back. So you think about the game Thursday night, that team's going to fall a half game back of the Bills. Look at this game. If the Oakland Raiders win, they'll then move up to that 6th seed, right? But I'm very intrigued here because Vegas only has the Jets as 2.5-point underdogs. And again, sometimes these lines make you think a little bit. The Jets, 3-7, not playing that well against a Oakland Raiders team that's really been a surprise all season, sitting at 6-4. Now, it could be because Vegas still is not a believer in the Oakland Raiders, or they could know something more than we do. And so for that reason, I'm actually going to pick an upset here, give you my upset pick of the week, and give you the Jets over the Oakland Raiders in New Jersey, and that means I have the Jets beating a 2.5-point spread. Going to New Orleans, and I just really like the Saints at home. You know, they did lose one last year, and then they dominated the rest of the way. I think the same thing's going to happen here. They just lost one to Atlanta at home. I think that Breeze and Sean Payton, they're going to come out with something to prove, especially back in New Orleans. I think the Saints win this. I think the Saints win this one big. Give me the Saints to win this game straight up, and give me the Saints to cover a 9.5-point spread. Then you go on to Atlanta, the team we just talked about, who beat the Saints at home. Beat the Saints in New Orleans 2 weeks ago. Atlanta plays the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and guys, this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team just is not good. Jameis Winston, really a lot of questions there at the quarterback position for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And Atlanta, again, beating Carolina last week, beating New Orleans 2 weeks ago. They're really on the up and up. I don't know if 9-7 is good enough to get in the playoffs in the NFC, even if they did win out, but they're going to give it their best shot, and I think they continue here as they beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, it's going to be a 4.5-point spread, and again, a lot of these games, Tampa Bay is really sticking in them, right? So give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to cover a 4.5-point spread. I just don't trust Atlanta's offense to score a boatload of points against this team, even though we've seen in the past 2 weeks they are able to. When this offense gets clicking, they're able to score a lot of points. But so give me the Falcons to win straight up. Give me the Buccaneers to cover the spread. Maybe a 3-point game here in Atlanta. Then we go on to Washington for the Washington Redskins, only with 1 win on the season against the Detroit Lions. Detroit, of course, without Matthew Stafford. The Redskins are currently 3.5-point underdogs to Detroit at home. Guys, I picked the Redskins last week, and they really let me down against the New Jersey Jets. So to see this game here, I mean, if I didn't pick Washington last week, I might be inclined to pick them here. But seeing how Washington played last week against the Jets, I think the Lions are a better team than the Jets. Definitely think the Lions are a better team, even without Matthew Stafford, than the Washington Redskins here. So give me the Lions to win this game, and give me the Lions to cover a 3.5-point spread. Then you go on to one of the games that could be the game of the week. You know, we saw the Eagles come up just short against New England last week. Eagles really needing a win here, sitting at 5-5, going up against the Seattle Seahawks, who are coming off a bye last week, so they had a little more time to prepare for the Philadelphia Eagles, a little more time to rest as well. So you look at this game, currently the Philadelphia Eagles are 1.5-point favorites at home. Well, what do we know about Vegas? Vegas always gives 3 points to the home team. So that means that Vegas has that sneaky suspicion that Seattle's going to win. Seattle's the better team here. So I'll give me Seattle to win this game and give me the Seattle against the spread. A game the Eagles must win. So maybe they come out with that desperation that they did against Green Bay and Buffalo, and they pull off the win here. In my estimation, that would be an upset, but according to Vegas, it wouldn't be. So maybe the Eagles have a shot in this one, but I like Seattle in this game, and I like them to then beat that 1.5-point spread. Then you go on to the other AFC South teams. We saw 2 AFC South teams go at it Thursday night. We're going to see the other 2 go at it Sunday when the Jacksonville Jaguars go up against the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans currently 3-point favorites at home. So again, Vegas likes to give 3 points at home, so I really view this as a pick'em game. Give me Nick Foles in his second week back to be able to get a little more acclimated to the offense in Jacksonville and to be able to push them towards a potential playoff push. I know that loss last week really hurts that effort, but I think they still have a chance to make some noise in the AFC playoff picture. Going on to the Dallas-New England game at 4 o'clock. Again, another good one. We know that we have Dallas in, I don't know if I said that, but give me Jacksonville to win the game and give me Jacksonville then beat the spread. But then we have the Dallas-New England game. I think this is going to be a game that everyone has circled at the 4 o'clock hour. Really going to be a great game, I think, between a potential MVP candidate in Dak Prescott against one of the best quarterbacks of all time, of course, in Tom Brady. So obviously this is going to be a great matchup. Currently the Patriots are 6.5-point favorites at home. Patriots coming off a big win against Philadelphia in Philly last week when they won 17-10. We know that the Patriots offense has struggles this season, but we also know that the Dallas defense has had struggles this season. So it'll be interesting to see how that matchup works out. I would love to see Dallas win this matchup, guys, especially getting on an emotional high right before they play the Bills on a short week. I think that'd be good for the Bills if they put a lot of effort into this game here and then maybe feel good about themselves and not take the Bills so seriously. The Bills might be able to steal one in Dallas or win one in Dallas. I don't know if it's called stealing if you're the better team, but anyway, I think that the New England Patriots are going to win this game. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a lot like last week's game against the Philadelphia Eagles. But what do I know about Dallas and Philly? Dallas is just that much better than the Philadelphia Eagles, if not a lot better than the Philadelphia Eagles. So give me the Patriots to win this game, but give me the Dallas Cowboys to cover a 6.5-point spread. Then going on to Sunday Night Football, guys, and this ought to be a great game. If the Green Bay Packers and San Francisco 49ers game can live up to the billing, I think this will be the first Sunday night game that I've stayed up the whole game for in a few weeks. I think this is going to be a great game as the Green Bay Packers are sitting at 8-2, the San Francisco 49ers sitting at 9-1. Currently, the 49ers are 3-point favorites in this one because they are home, but I can't go against Aaron Rodgers in this type of situation. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be almost like a playoff atmosphere here. And this might be a playoff preview, maybe even an NFC Championship game preview, as the Packers and San Francisco 49ers currently the 1 and 2 seeds in the NFC. So give me the Packers to win this game, just because I think the Packers want to have that tiebreaker against San Fran. Because again, if the Packers win this game, they're tied, still 1-2 in the conference, and then the Packers will have the 1 seed. So I feel like the Packers will have a little bit more fight in them in this game, as they're a team that knows the importance of getting to that 1 seed. At least Aaron Rodgers compared to Jimmy G, I would give it to Aaron Rodgers a lot more. So give me the Packers to win this game, and give me the Packers to then beat what is a 3-point spread, as the 49ers are still 3-point favorites at this time. Then you go on to Monday Night Football, where you see the team that a lot of people are calling the best team in the league right now, the Baltimore Ravens, go into LA and play against the LA Rams. The Rams coming off a win against the Chicago Bears Sunday, and of course the Ravens coming off that huge win against the Houston Texans on Sunday as well. Currently the Rams are 3-point underdogs, and we know that these Monday night games can be tricky, right? And for that reason, if I'm a betting person, I would stay away from this game. The Rams as a 3-point underdog, I feel like Vegas might know something here too, and that might be a little close to what people are predicting. However, I think the last 4 games that Baltimore has played, they beat their opponents by more than 14 points. I expect the same here. Give me the Baltimore Ravens to win this game. Give me the Baltimore Ravens to cover a 3-point spread. So those are my picks this week. Again, looking to continue to improve on my record as the season goes on. And if you are still in a pick 'em pool, not a lot of teams left to choose from, right? You're getting down to the underwhelming teams, so to speak, this season. So as I look over the games, think about teams that I have left, I look at that Bears game and say maybe they could pull that out against the Giants, and that's the game I would pick for my pick'em pool. If I was still in it, again, I'm out, so maybe you don't want to listen to me, but those are my pick this week's, guys. So again, remember, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. What are your picks going into this week? Who do you have winning? Who do you have losing? You can give them to me straight up. You can give them to me against the spread. I don't judge you here. Whatever you want to do. And remember, guys, Bill-ievers Talk teaming up with BewareTheStampede.com. Go to BewareTheStampede.com for all of your Buffalo Bills news. Jeremy just started a podcast over there, has done a great job with that, so you want to check that out. Bill-ievers Talk also teaming up with #Sports, giving you live play-by-play reaction to every single Buffalo Bills game this season, including this Sunday, as Mario and Paul over at #Sports give you the game between the Denver Broncos and our Buffalo Bills. So make sure you check them out there. All the links in the description below, so be sure to click on them. I look forward to talking to you all soon. Again, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the games this week, week 12. Again, the season winding down already. Look at that AFC playoff picture, and you'll see things are beginning to fall into shape. Hopefully the Bills stay in that 5 seed. If not, again, improve and go after that AFC East crown. Again, guys, I will talk to you all soon. Until I do, go Bills.